for eBay. I think that's
9.75.
9.7. Was that what it was? It was small font. That's what was it. You're pushing it, I think.
I don't know. I think I'm worth it.
You're a good-looking guy, but come on.
It was a tough role to follow. That was no acting for me really. I just had to sit there in the bath and kind of look in awe of Tara, who was the leading lady. So from my point, there was very little acting involved. Other people in the video got a worse deal. Mark, unfortunately, had to be wrapped in cellophane for about 4 hours just for his 3 seconds of fame. Colin did quite well. In fact, maybe, Colin, could you tell the story of how the video came together in your own words?
Well, he's doing this interview.
Wait Why, thank you, Morgan.
I'll just go, shall I?
Yeah, thank you.
I'll just ask you about the video.
We played the video to the director, Richie, and he had this great idea. He was listening to it in studio and instantly had this idea of this femme fatale kind of kidnapping us. So from that, we had a couple of beers. We all kind of threw in a range of ideas from very normal to very, very bizarre. I think mid-level things made it to the video. We have guys chained up in the jacuzzi. We have guys chained up in the bed. We basically a lot of chaining up and so on, wrapping people up in various constricting outfits and so on. I'm a guard. I'm a guard. Yeah. There's an 18th version as well.
Is it wrong to say, Morgan, that Colin does have a bit of a guard look about him?
Do you know, he was scarily kind of appropriate in that uniform, and he's always had that air of authority,
Has he? Yeah.
So I moonlight as a guard stripper, what can I say, There's Velcro down the whole side of that uniform. I don't know if you noticed it.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things I think was interesting is that, as a review on the website, someone has said, KIDIC brought on a bout of snogging and moshing in the crowd. What was that about?
You can answer the moshing bit.
Well, we have 1 or 2 songs that are kind of more punk and really lively. So the suggestion was to the crowd, just pretend you're 16 again. And they took it literally to heart. And I don't know, it was the one thing they inspired them to start really going crazy. And then I think they just lost it momentarily, which is perfect. That's like the perfect performance from our perspective, is actually connecting with the audience and kind of bringing them through, reliving their glory days. And I think that worked. That was TVMC, which is a great venue. So.
We also had then, we've 1 or 2 kind of romantic songs that are in there as well, and we used to advise the audience, if you're thinking of making a move, now's a good time. Hence the snogging.
Well, the video is actually kind of, it's kind of come very full circle for you guys, because you were performing at a gig recently and you had everyone singing back the lyrics. Tell us about that.
Well, we're in Kilkenny over the weekend and we're playing down in the zoo, and the sound on stage was quite low, so all we could really hear is the drums, but out in the crowd we could hear this enormous wealth of voices. It sounded like we were in a stadium. And we looked out and everybody was singing the lyrics straight back to us, which is great because I forget them half the time, so it really helps.
Feels like a new song every time, You change the words.
The band absolutely love that.
I call it improvising, but they called it mistakes, So they're thinking of finding me now at this stage.
Yeah, we're actually going to release 12 versions of the same song in our next album.
Well, what gigs are coming up for you guys?
Well, we have this weekend we're playing in Cork. We're playing on the Friday night, but we're actually using it as an excuse to go surfing all weekend, so we won't venture back till I think late Monday. The following week we have Waterford.
No, the following week is Drogheda.
You're going to be sacked for this, Colin.
I know, yeah.
I'll do the gigs, okay?
I'm not the logistics guy.
The 2 big ones on this tour are Dublin, which is the night after the single is released. That's the 19th of May, so come along to that one. That's a Saturday night in Whelan's. And the other big one is going to be down in Waterford. The very last gig in the tour is 25th of May, and it's down in Electric Avenue, and we've got support from local band down there. And on the Whelan's night we have Rohan, who are a commitment style band, so they'll be bringing a whole lot of soul to the actual gig. So it's not 2 rock bands in a row. We like to kind of mix it up and offer the crowd something kind of an enjoyable night out, as well as just seeing a band I like, Well, cheers. KIDIC, thanks very much for joining us in the studio. Check the guys out on the website. I'll be back next Tuesday with games. We'll see you there.